Good morning. My happy hour back. Here's the plan. It's quite a lot more of the same once again, I'm afraid. Drainage, ceilings, exterior decoration. They're going to be attaching the precast that they've been working on for the last couple of days. Don't think there's anything else to do on the greenhouse today, but finally the prizes for the swimming pool and the roof build competition have arrived. What could they possibly be? And what could possibly go wrong? Over here at the greenhouse, I had been told there was no more to do. However, Erwin is back on painting duty, so it appears there is a bit more to do. But the structure is done. We did get a little bit of rain last night, and this morning the water is not as clear as it was. So it looks like every time we get rain, this pool is going to get very slightly more murky, and we've yet to have a really heavy downpour since they've got it clean. I'm a little concerned about how it's going to look. Are we going to be, as I think it was 5 Elements suggested, a black lagoon after a heavy rainstorm? We'll have to wait and find out. Our plumber, Mr. Runnell, is about to turn the corner. In fact, has already turned the corner from the back of the house, coming now down the south side with drainage going in here. Just here, this is a bit new. A couple of days ago, somebody from the building supplies company just over the road came and asked us, could we park our vehicles out here at the front? So we said yes. We said, do a bit of landscaping for us, just flatten out some of the earth, and they can park here. So there'll be 2 or 3 vehicles here, probably for the next couple of months. But at some point, they'll be coming inside the property and flattening out where we need the land flattening out. Sometimes deals just come along. Here at the front of the house, we've got Jesley and Elson and Mr. Rene getting scaffolding put up, because this is where the precast they've done is going to be located. It's going to be above the section that they kind of didn't precast and just did it straight on the wall. So I think it just extends all the way up. We'll see, maybe later on today, how that looks. In the kitchen, disappearing Richard has not disappeared, just making more adjustments for the ceiling in here. Oliver this morning on woodwork duty, more parts for ceilings in the bedroom at the back of the house on the north side. Bapa Jess working again on electrical in the ceiling here. And once he's done his little thing here, or big thing here, we're going to see more of the PVC panels going into place. Mr. William is back on mud and tape. And so the mud part is just skim coat. Nothing special about it. So he applies a base of skim coat, and then across all the joins applies the tape that we saw yesterday, and then applies another level of skim coat. Pretty simple, but it is supposed to cover up all of the joins, all of the holes. So you might be able to make out already there are a number of holes where screws are set into these gypsum boards. I'm not sure, hopefully you can see those. So that's where they are not skim coated. And over here is where they are. Bapa Jess wanted to introduce himself.
In other social media. That is personality. All right.
If you give him time, he will explain to you. He is experienced in many, many things. Once Papa Jess starts talking, Papa Jess doesn't stop talking. But he is incredibly entertaining. Here it is. My beautiful Asawa is modelling a t-shirt that is 800 sizes too large for her. Just about my size. We did end up with 3 of these. 2 of them are 2X and one is a 3X. And yes, on the back we have a 2-sided t-shirt. So for Michael Masden and LC Gilbert, these t-shirts will be winging their way to you very shortly. If either of you thinks you would prefer the 3X, let me know ASAP. Michael, I know your approximate size. I think a 2X is fine for you. A 3X would probably work. Both of them worked on me. But that's what they are. There are only 3 in the entire world. These are exclusive, almost unique t-shirts for everybody else. Sorry, there's only 3. However, if you really, really, really want one, hold on a second. You can have this one. I've only been wearing it for half a day. It's only slightly smelly and crinkled, but I need to make money for the house. So the starting bids are $17,000 US. Yeah, okay, I'll keep this one. But that's it. Those are the prizes. Well, I didn't know this was happening today, but these guys are starting to effectively make payment for their parking at the front of our land. So they've pretty much, I wouldn't say it's level, but they've cleared all of that derelict old building that was still standing or fallen over and just lying there. So they're piling it all up. Hopefully they'll get rid of all of this. We have just had some very saddening news. Papa Jess, our electrician, has been taken to hospital. We think he's had a stroke. I didn't see it happen. I was up at the house. We're trying to find out where he is and try and get an update. But obviously, we wish him well. And I'll let you know when I find out any more. We've not really got much of an update on Papa Jess. Our understanding at the moment is he's been taken, or he's being taken to Manila. I think that's closer to where his family are from. So, I hope this doesn't, I don't know if this seems thoughtless, but we are going to carry on with the video today. Obviously, our thoughts are all with him. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. But while we're here, we've just had a very long discussion with the gentleman who put the water filtration into Casatex Pina. He's come up with some interesting thoughts, one of which is we don't need water filtration, which seems like an odd thing to say. However, the logic is that if we dig deep enough with a well here, the water here, in his experience, is very clean, to the point where it's almost drinkable with no filtration. There would still need to be a little bit, but it would mean that we now have to redig the well, and the pump in here as well needs to be stronger. The piping that has been used here, in his opinion, is not wide enough. The pump is not powerful enough. But his view is we could potentially put in a stronger pump, bigger pipes, and get the kind of water pressure that we're looking for inside the house, as well as having almost completely clean water, both for the house and for the pool. The pool itself right now still needs some chlorine adding, but it has in the last couple of hours had some more muriatic acid adding. The reason he says that it goes like this
after rainfall is the bacteria in the rain. And the bacteria multiply unless there is a lot of chlorine and muriatic acid in here, and that's what causes the discoloration. The starting water that we use, we know, was not clean. Again, in his opinion, if we dig considerably deeper, we can get clean water in here right from the beginning. And in future, because there are already less bacteria in that water, you'll still get an impact from rainwater, but the original water will need a lot less acid, muriatic acid or chlorine for maintenance. So what he's saying seems to make a lot of sense. What we're now aiming to do is to get him together for a meeting with our builder, which the gentleman has agreed to. We haven't spoken to the builder yet, to try and figure out a way forward here. The cost of putting in the deeper well, the bigger pipes, we've not talked numbers yet, but he says is roughly the same as a major filtration system. So if we can have a system with starting water that is clean, not anywhere near as much need for filtration, and therefore for maintenance, for chemicals, for that filtration system, in the long run, that would seem to me to make a lot of sense. So now we've got to get him together with our builder and have that conversation. It's the end of the day. There was, of course, more work on ceilings and outside decoration and a bit of pool cleaning and various other bits and pieces going on, but ultimately a day like today just puts things in perspective. I'm not going to do a walk around. I'm just going to end by saying that's the end of the work week. It's been, up until today, a really great week, but today kind of knocks everything on its head. So once again, just best wishes to Bapa Jess. I'm not going to ask you to put comments or likes or anything in like that. That seems a bit facile. But from us anyway, just best wishes to him. Hope he makes a full recovery, and we'll hopefully have some much better news by the beginning of next week. See you then.